KOLKATA, the International Cricket Council said Thursday it will kill off the Champions Trophy tournament and replace it with a World T20 Championship that will be held every 2 years. Death-knell for the 50-over Champions Trophy is the latest stage of efforts to use 20-over cricket in a new campaign to get wider recognition and a potential Olympic place. The T20 format we always knew was the vehicle for growing the game and transforming the game from being a sport played by a few countries to a truly global sport, ICC Chief Executive Dave Richardson said after the world body met in Kolkata. The next Champions Trophy will be turned into a World T20 and that fits in with our strategy to use T20 as a way of growing the game, Richardson added. It means there will be a World T20 in Australia in 2020 and another the following year. But Richardson said after 2021 the World T20 would be held every 2 years, to provide more teams with more opportunities to play. The 50-over World Cup will remain a 4-yearly event. It is in England next year and India in 2023. Richardson said cricket still holds out hope of getting an Olympic place by the time of the 2028 Los Angeles Games. In a further boost to the T20 game, the ICC has also decided to give international status to all 20-over matches between the world body's 100-plus member nations. New minimum standards will be introduced, making it as easy as possible for members to play international cricket in a sustainable and affordable way, said an ICC statement. Global rankings will also be introduced from November for women's teams and May 2019 for men. The ICC said it wants tough new sanctions against ball tampering in place within months as it struggles with the fallout from the cheating scandal involving top Australian players. International Cricket Council Chief Executive Dave Richardson said football-style red and yellow cards would be among the measures considered as it seeks to bring back a culture of respect to the game. The leaders of top-playing nations demanded harsher punishment and more powers for umpires to act against cheating and misconduct at ICC meetings in the eastern Indian city of Kolkata this week. There was clear direction received that we want to move towards stricter and heavier sanctions for ball tampering and all other offences that are indicative of a lack of respect, he told a press conference. Ex-Indian Test star Anil Kumble is to lead a Player Legends committee to recommend the sanctions. The ICC chief said the new punishments would be decided in June and July. Richardson said the punishments would also cover other offences that are indicative of a lack of respect for your opponent, for the game, the umpires. We want penalties in place that are a proper deterrent. Fines are not proving to be the answer, he said. The ICC was criticised after it banned Australia's skipper Steve Smith for only one test over his role in the ball tampering scandal in South Africa last month, in which batsman Cameron Bancroft was caught trying to alter the ball. After a wave of public anger, Cricket Australia later banned Smith and his deputy David Warner for 12 months. Bancroft was given a 9-month suspension. Quite honestly, we were worried about poor player behaviour before that, said Richardson. There have just been too many incidents of sledging, ugly abusive language and dissent. He said letting umpires send off and book players will be part of the discussion. When it comes to time wasting and things like that, we want the umpires to take more on-field actions. Richardson said he was not convinced that red and yellow cards will be as easy to implement as in other sports. Umpires have since last year already been able to send off players for violence and other extreme behavior, but this has not yet been used. The Marylebone Cricket Club, MCC, guardians of the game rules, have been among the influential groups calling for red cards.